Yeah, back from our break. And last we left off, we were currently. Cecil was currently digging through some books to hopefully get the papers that the party had requested for them. Yes. And what he's doing is he's simply taking the books and he literally is flipping through them. And as he's like flipping through them, you are sitting there and you notice it from the door yourself there, Freya. And as you're just kind of like sitting in the space, it's almost as if like time is moving really fast around you. And you're just seeing like instances of like a full like a movie happening at 20 times speed. Every time he flips through the book, it's just as it's just happening, as you're just like sitting in the middle of the space. It just rushes by.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna like sitting there sipping on my stew, and then you just like flip through like an entire book in just 1 second. I'm a puke. It's like, all right.
Oh, you actually puke?
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh. He sees that. He goes, "Are you all right? You seem a little nauseous. Was it the soup?
No, I'm just gonna.
What's wrong? Is it the tea?
I'm gonna set the stew and the tea down.
Are you okay?
Just continue flipping through that. I'm just gonna hold off onto that until you're done.
Oh, like it's not actually happening. Well, I mean, it is happening around you. I guess that makes sense. But it's not like I said, it shouldn't hurt you.
Well, it's not hurt. I would just say that's very disorienting.
Disorienting.
Yeah, very, very like, motion sick.
Okay. I understand. Yeah. So like this bothers you as he just slays it out, and you just watch. It was like 5 frames of just.
I feel like I'm being just like flashbang damages. It's like
as he closes it.
It's alarming, but I was ready that time.
You were ready that time.
I was ready that time.
Okay, so you're getting comfortable with it. What about you, Freya? Does this bother you as he throws the book on the floor and then picks up another book, and then it's just as you just see like the quickest thing of like what appears to be like a pirate ship just leaving across, like it just literally moves across the whole floor.
I think I just saw a tit.
It's cool.
Did you see a tit?
You seem bored. Am I boring you? I'm
No,
sorry. I'm being
no.
I'm being an awful host.
Not.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
sorry.
no, it's really cool.
Like you didn't want the soup, you didn't want the tea. I didn't even ask. What do you want? What can I give you?
No, really, it's fine. I'm fine. I just a little paranoid.
Do you want to read it? As he holds out the book.
No, it's okay. It was just a weird situation. I do have a question though. Does he disappear when he flips through the book?
No one does.
No one does. He's
No
there.
one disappears.
So he was at the party then.
Correct. You didn't worry.
Oh, we just didn't see him.
You didn't see him.
Okay.
Yeah. You
You
probably was playing the loot.
Is his apartment / cottage still there, or does it disappear into the book? Whatever's like the environment of the book.
Imagine it like a projection.
Okay.
So like it makes everything larger than it appears, and it extends out the room. Like it's like a TARDIS kind of thing where it does seem like it makes everything bigger and everything, but not everything is tangible.
Like you're wearing a VR headset and it's in the.
Correct.
You're still in space.
Yes.
Okay.
And literally closing the book cuts out.
Yeah.
Cuts out the program.
I'm just gonna like look around. Like, what part of that is the magic? Is it this room, this cottage, you, or the book?
Me with book. And he's like, it's really interesting if I do this. And he puts out like 4 books at the same time and just waves his hand, and like there's a gust of wind that just cuts them all at one time, and it's just like watching 5 movies at once. We're just
Are they making sound, or is it?
They're making visible sound. Like it's very disorienting. It's not just visual; it's audio, and there's a bit of sensatory. It looks so real.
What happens when I touch something from the
You like try to reach out and touch it?
Yeah.
There's like a bit of moment where like you kind of like reaching in and like kind of feeling it as you kind of like close your eyes and kind of feel it. There's a moment where you feel like it's there, but there's always that little knot in the back of your head that says this is just an illusion. And as soon as that goes away, it's gone. Okay? And he's
So
like,
it's only real if you believe it's real.
yes.
Okay.
But, alright, I digress. It's not in these books. I'm not sure where I've kept it.
Pretty sure I saw B in that last one.
The B?
B.
It was probably this one. Like the letter B or like the insect B?
It was the insect.
Oh, okay. It's this one. As he opens it up, and there you just see like a corner. It was like you get a slower image, and it's like he pulls up to a random page, and then suddenly there's like just this still of this beautiful like garden that's just blooming and untamed and wild, and there's just insects that are just kind of happening with their like daily lives, and like it's beautifully like sun showered kind of space. It's this one. Oh wait, hold on. B as he points to
He points to the B.
He points to the B.
I'm just gonna walk back like into the thing and sit down on a couch or something.
There's no couch.
Or something.
He has no furniture. It's just the floor.
What is
It could be very fun. I'm just gonna turn it like living room.
Yes. Sort of. Everywhere is a living room, but not.
Oh.
It's
It
just
didn't work
room,
right.
and I happen to live in it. So it's a living room.
It didn't work the way I thought it would. What book has a lounge area where it's very peaceful? Peaceful, not party.
As he kind of moves over, and he's like, I like this one. As he opens it up, and suddenly there is, as he grabs one off the shelf, as he opens it up, and then suddenly there is like a fire pit, just kind of like a late night kind of fire pit with stone, like a kind of stone indention in the ground that he just kind of sits in the middle of the floor.
I'm gonna sit in the middle of the floor with him. Like, alright, this does work the way I think it does. This is very interesting. He can literally just take you to any place in the encyclopedia he has of these books.
How do you get the books? Do you pull them out of thin air like the soup, or do you actually order them or find them or whatever?
They're on the shelf.
Well, yeah, but you
No,
had
it's
to have
him.
gotten those from somewhere.
Yeah, that's the visitors. Usually they buy me books. I like books. It gives me something to do. But it allows me for inspiration and thoughts and things. I just like books a lot, and I like creating things. So these are me studying. I've wrote a couple of these books.
Really?
Yeah.
What happens if you do this with a history book?
You get like a little examination of the history and things that are going on. It's a matter of the details of it, because history books can be very boring. Because it's just facts. Like, it's just like the notes itself. So if I opened up like a history book and all I saw was like the deaths of everybody in the battle, there'd just be a bunch of dead guys in here.
Can you make your visions tangible or no?
They are tangible. You just
Or
have to
city.
believe that they are.
But so that means that you can, hypothetically.
Yes.
So let's say hypothetically you had a book in a vision that was like an illusion and you made the book real. Could you put something inside of the book from the real world, close the book, and it would stay in the book?
No, I'm not taking real things. I write them down. I can't trap you in a book.
Can you write a book within a book?
I'm more concerned
Yes,
that
I've
you
tried that.
accidentally
It's
left.
really weird. So what happens is that I end up just writing more books, and then it's just book, and then just like papers just fly everywhere.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm working on the kinks of that one. I didn't like doing that.
I'm more concerned that you've left the papers we need in a book than us getting trapped.
Oh no, I'm highly worried about that too, but that's fine.
Well, I got to figure out where it is. That's all. I'm just,
This paper is magical in any sense.
No.
No. Damn.
just paper.
Wait, do I know what the books look like?
What the books look like?
Or what the papers look like?
It's just paper and books. It's just a book.
Well, no.
I'm
but-
saving you some. Oh, like what the documents that
Yes.
you need? No idea.
Hmm.
You have a name. It's
So
referred to as the coalescence.
Find object wouldn't work. Then.
It's referred to as the coalescence.
So locate object wouldn't work then.
You have to be familiar with the object.
Same
Are you-
thought process, but
Are
I have
you
no
able to
ability
make an
execute it.
illusion of the papers that we need? So that I can see them?
Well, that would mean that I would have to remember everything that was written on them. I didn't say I didn't.
Do you?
He does have a
Yes.
pretty extensive knowledge of letters.
Could you make an illusion so I can become more familiar with the papers that we're looking for?
I mean, I can, but I could just find the papers.
Yeah, but I can find them faster.
But I'm having fun. Another boring. It's what work. It's all about work.
Where do you want to go?
I can
We
go
give
wherever I
we
want.
give one adventure to you that doesn't kill us.
It's not gonna kill you. I told you I'm a pacifist.
Harm us in any way.
Think of it as a dream or a nightmare.
Let's not.
If you only think about it as a dream, then it'll only be a dream. If you think about it as a nightmare, it will stay a nightmare.
We can entertain a dream
Okay,
and reward for the papers.
that's fair.
It's a fair deal.
Let's see. Well,
Tell us
I-
a story, Cecil the Caster.
I'm not a caster. I see.
Bongos. Interesting.
Are the bongos too much? I'm sorry.
No,
See, puts it off to the side. Can I go back to the loot?
sure.
Yeah. Okay, cool. As he just. I don't like. See, I'm good at visualizing stories. That's what makes the books do what they do. I've only written a couple books because I wanted to see if they work for themselves. So the idea is that if there is a book that I want to visualize and I want to make for everyone to share, that's a lot harder for me. I'm not good at making up my own stories. I just tell the ones that I know. So, what about you? Do you like making up stories?
I'm more of a reader than a storyteller.
And I know you, Mr. Facts. What about you?
I'm kind of the same way. I don't really tell stories though.
You don't tell stories?
No, I just capture a scene in time and just draw it out.
Oh.
And I just pull out my sketchbook and it's just like all the sketches.
Okay,
Those-
all
those-
right. As he like takes the sketchbook and he starts flipping through it. And as you start flipping through it, you just see like a white, like the surrounding area starts turning into plain like starch white background, like paper filament. But you see like the drawings kind of like in a 3D space surrounding you. So like he was like, "There's my house. I noticed that one.
Yeah,
I know what my outside of my house looks like though." As he flips to the next one, it's like, "Oh, this one's very curious." As you just,
There's a mistake there. I was just like, mistake.
if you worry,
thumbprint.
if you worry too much about the mistakes, then you'll never look at the whole picture. As he keeps flipping and flipping and flipping. What do you like to draw? If you have nothing to draw, what do you draw?
People.
People. You like drawing people.
Yep.
Draw her. Take this paper. As he stands over your shoulder, starts watching you.
Now I'm on the spot. Let's Alright, that's a pretty decent chance.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Oh, it's performance. Excuse me.
Or performance. That's
Yes.
much worse.
With advantage, because you like to draw.
I rolled decently. It's just performance is 0, so 18.
Splashback. Oh, I love it. Okay, so you're very heavy on the lines this way, but you're very soft this way. Very interesting. As you see, like, the same visage, and, like, literally as line for line as you draw it, appear behind Freya.
Appear behind Freya.
Yeah, like it's being part of the room. Like, it's like physically making it, like, the
Just
manifestation.
go lean over. Proceed to like draw another one next to it and just like basically trace.
3 dimensions.
Well, it's like those things where it's like I'm like tracing her in 3D space. I'm like, that's very interesting.
Yes, it's very fun. See, I'm not very good at these things. I just tell stories. That's what I do. That's what I was doing at the church. I may have an index of a lot of different stories and things, and the important ones, of course. And I can always tell a good story. But it's truly a matter of what I can do with those stories that makes people interested.
Curious.
Yes. So I can't make my own stories. I just like to think about stories. So I have beats, things like that. What about you? You said you just like to read.
I like reading.
What book do you like to read?
I like fantasy books.
Well, okay. Well, there's
Fancy
plenty
in
of
the fantasy world, just
Yeah.
real world.
It's just plain old.
I'm here to do taxes.
Fiction.
Okay. As he starts like pulling out more books and kind of thing. You know, I sometimes like to do this as he takes two books and tears one in half and tears another one in half, and then he like shuffles them like cards, and then like mends like as if like puts them back in like one of the binders that he tore the book from, and then he's just like, I like make a new story as he closes it and starts flipping through it, and he's like, it makes no sense, but it sure is fun to make some sense of it.
He's just flipping through it like, oh, okay.
Yep. Sometimes I best leave it closed, and he's just, but it's
There's
getting
the tit
late.
again.
Oh, is that the B book? Okay.
No. There's the tit again.
Oh. He's like, but I prefer to keep these books closed when I'm sleeping. Sometimes my brain wanders, and the nightmares become real, and they do hurt me. Because sometimes, when you're sleeping, you don't know if it's a nightmare, but it is a nightmare, and so they can hurt you. Because now we're in the physical world.
Now I'm disturbed again.
Why? You're not asleep.
I'm just going to assume every moment that we are in this cabin, nothing is real.
As he like sits there and like, as he just
I'm not finished with this dude now.
starts playing on the bongos, and then he immediately starts playing on the bongos, and he just collapses, and you just hear
Huh. So he just goes
My one
and
concern
passes out. Okay.
is that while he's asleep, he doesn't realize that he's a pacifist, so his nightmares are actually going to hurt us unintentionally.
I need like 4 hours of sleep just so I can cast spells. Because I can stop that. Maybe.
I'll take first watch if you want to go to sleep for a
as you
bit.
see a comedically sized. You're not sure if it's actually from him or it's from his dream or from his magic, but you see like a comically sized snot bubble just start forming like right in front of them, like really big.
This is not what I thought a high priest of the knowledge church would be. Yep, no, I'm just gonna go to sleep now. Just like cover. And sleep.
Take a nap.
I'm taking a nap. Taking a 4-hour nap to get this spell slot back.
Before I decide to take watch, I have a question.
I may have an answer.
If I am looking through my familiar's eyes, can I be asleep?
No.
While
No.
I'm doing that?
No, you're
No,
concentrating
It's an active. Okay.
because you're concentrating.
Got it. In that case, I'll just stay up for a little while, let him sleep half the night, and then I'll wake him up.
Roll a perception check.
Uh,
What do you watch?
+6. Well, that's a total of 7
Okay.
for a natural 1.
Give me a wisdom saving throw. Chloe.
There it is.
It's doing so well. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. Wisdom saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 15, 16, 17, 18, 21.
21. Okay. So, you start to just, as you see, like, Rolly kind of fall off into the corner kind of thing, just kind of start dozing, just leaning. the kettle, the fire does go out. You just think about a thing, and there you do. You start to see like the snot bubble that's just still coming there. It starts to look like something like a balloon, and there's something like in the balloon, as it just, and then you just see like it like push, like it's like pushing through the outer rim of it. And it's just, and then like it, as if like the weight, it no longer is weightless, like full of air. It has full weight. It just like flops on the floor, and you just hear like the faint, and you just see like you're just like what the fuck, and you see like a mucus baby just start roll on the floor, and then it like starts to. It's still like you see like a string like still attached to his nose. You just see it like start to get up and start to grow, as you can see it just going through like almost the stages of a year in a second.
Disturbing, but not real. I'm gonna inch closer to him just in case anything bad happens. I can wake him up, but at the moment I'm just like, this isn't real. I don't care.
As you can see, like the string that's coming from his nose, and then like eventually it gets to like a full size like person, and it just scoops him up, like picks him up, and starts walking towards the door.
Like it physically picked him up?
It physically picked him up and it starts walking towards the door.
I'm just gonna close the door.
It just looks at you, and then like not like with any disdain or anything, it just looks at you, and then it puts its foot like in the wedge and like pushes the door.
I'm gonna stick my foot like by, you know how a sliding door they slide this way, so there's that part, like if you put a wood bar there, it wouldn't open. I'm just gonna stick my foot right there.
You stop it, and it picks him back. It like realigns him, and then turns around and starts walking the other way out.
What other way out?
The other door. It's like one of those double-sided kind of things where you guys never walked around the floor. There's just a space with doors. It's still the sliding door. I'm gonna
stick my broom and wedge it in between that door, and I'm gonna go over the other door.
You meet it at the other door. It's just standing there. And it's just looking at you like, are you going to do this again?
Yeah.
It sets him down.
I move my foot.
It sets him down, and then it proceeds to turn to you, and then just grab the door on its frame.
My foot is moved now.
Oh, I know. He just tears the door. He just puts it to the side, lifts him up, and starts walking outside.
Wait, before he picks him up again,
okay.
I am going to... which one would be better?
I'm not sure, Chloe. Which one would be better? What's your passive perception, Rolly?
My passive perception?
What's your passive?
10 plus my regular perception equals 17. No, 15.
That would have woken you up. As the door gets pulled
How
off the
heavy
frame.
does this mucus membrane thing look?
Undetermined.
Just gonna wake up and see a booger man. I'm like,
I'm just gonna I'm gonna cast Mage Hand, a cantrip, and I'm just gonna put it in front of the door.
He removed the door.
Yes, I'm putting Mage Hand, a 30-foot hand.
No.
30-foot long.
Oh, it's 30 foot long.
It's a 30-foot reach.
It's a huge hand.
How big is the hand?
It's regular
As
size.
big as yours.
Regular size?
Yeah, basically you can float your hand.
Yeah.
I'll just stand in front of the door.
Okay. He proceeds to like lift it, because you are short. He proceeds to lift Cecil like over him, and he phases through
No,
you.
I'm pushing Cecil. Like, he can't, I can still touch Cecil, I just can't touch the mucus man.
You just
Nope. No.
and he comes back and he puts him down and he looks at you. And he just,
Can you talk?
mucus in a bubble that popped.
Let's go like take like not my pin, another pin I have. Not my good pin.
Not my good pen. Very clear about that.
Take some shitty paper, set it down. I'm like, you can clearly respond. Right. Where are you taking it?
He puts Cecil down and he just shows you his hands, which are just mitts of goop. Just
Just take the pin, stab it through his hand.
Oh no.
What's your AC?
12.
Yeah, he stabs you with a pen. Like 1 point of damage. There's not really a lot of killing intent behind it. It's almost like a child.
It's like being stabbed with a pencil again.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, that kind of hurts. That hurts a lot.
And he just lets it go.
It just falls out of my fucking...
Covered in mucus. Just
Well, that needs attention. I'm gonna like try to patch it up with just like a medicine check or something.
It's only real if you believe it's real. It's not real.
as you're like, it's only real if you believe it's real. I just look at her and be like, my pencil's real. As I look at the fucking hole in my chest.
She looks at the thing and she just waves her hand through. She's like, it's not real. It passed through her already. So she's like, it's not real.
I'm aware. Just wave my hand through it.
you get slop. You.
There's nothing there.
He looks at it.
Wipe that on the floor.
Wait, he's made of snot?
Yes.
You think?
No.
He's made of
actually,
snots
no.
and dreams.
She's already decided it's not real, so in her mind, prestidigitation wouldn't clean it up because it doesn't exist in the first place.
It's also living.
Not alive. Doesn't exist.
As you kind of like,
as you gave me spell slots back, did I?
You were asleep for like an hour.
I was trying to let you sleep.
As the visage kind of, as the snot man just kind of stands there for a second. Cecil's on the floor. There's still like a line connected to it. That line, you can see like kind of drift from his nose, and like it stops being goo and starts being like this shadowy kind of very dark kind of visage. It just starts to encompass the booger man.
Also not real.
And then the whole thing is the whole thing starts to fade, and the mucus just starts to blend to like this shadowy type substance as it drips and just falls into the floor, and then rises from the shadow. You can see like two kind of like almost heads that are like fighting to go up over one another. And then as it splits and like eventually like it looks like they both gain like the same speed and distance. They both come up and they're like, and like their necks are twisted and contorted. It looks like two beings stuck to their backs that are hunched and kind of morphed and smallly kind of hinged together by thing, and the faces, the faces that arise from them that eventually pop out as their hair kind of pops out is you two. Your faces are just sitting, like, kind of staring back at one another as they're both looking, and their mouths open, and they're just speaking gibberish and random little syllables and stuff, and random little thoughts that you've already shared, and everything, along with things that you have just said, kind of echoing from one another's mouth.
This is neat. I'm gonna watch it like a movie.
This is neat. I'm gonna watch like a movie. This is disturbing. Not gonna lie. That's
Disturbing. Not going to lie.
Butts.
Movie. Butts.
Now it's funny. All right, cool. Penis. Balls. And just start.
Believe. Dead. John. Papers. 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 As they both start saying papers. Papers. Coalescence. Coalescence. Papers. John. Dead. Coalescence. Papers. John. Dead.
That word.
It's feeding into itself, kind of thing. Like, it's association with stuff. Like, it doesn't always, like, you are sometimes saying things that she said, and she's sometimes saying things that you said.
We haven't said coalescence.
No, but he knows what they are.
Okay.
He knows what the papers are called, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Papers. Papers. Soup. Tea. Scared. Books. Believe. 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 Believe.
Nope, sorry.
I need intelligence saving throws.
Perfect.
I'm sure y'all can manage those.
That is a 16 plus 8. 24.
8.
8.
8.
8.
I rolled low.
That's fine. You're okay. You like, you don't see or feel anything, but you feel like the sudden urge to jig.
To jig?
Yeah, to dance.
Okay.
Stories.
Rolling definitely is like, alright, something's up. I don't like dancing.
They usually kind of start tapping your foot to a non-existent tune that is going on in your head, and you feel very.
I'm looking for it. It's like, I hate this. Just tapping my foot.
Just jumping to a jig, and then as you can see that the bongos are back in Cecil's hands somehow, and he's playing them just.
I'm going to.
As one of the books starts to open.
I'm gonna cast message on Cecil.
Message?
On
Okay.
Cecil. And I'm just gonna say, this is your conscience speaking. It's a dream. A good dream.
Okay.
Try to get him to calm down and stop whatever it is that he's doing.
You see that there is like this movement that's kind of happening with his message, and you see that he is like still playing the bongos, and it's still going. It's not like frantic. It's just playing, and that visage of you two just still going. And then as it's kind of, as he's kind of playing the bongos, there's that scene again of the ballroom just opening up all around you as the music starts to swell in and the people are talking and everything. As they murmur and talk amongst themselves.
Well, it's not real this time.
This time. I'm implying it was real before.
Oh, she thought it was. It's not anymore.
This is kind of the vegetarian.
I'm gonna attempt to go back to sleep while dancing. Like, I can't control it. I'm like, maybe my body's just doing what it wants.
Give me another saving throw then.
Another intelligence?
Yes.
8.
8?
8.
Another 8?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. You're like, you sit down, but it's one of those things where you're just like, can't get to sleep. I still got the jig. I got the rhythm still in my mind.
So Cecil is holding the bongos and playing them?
Yes. He's on the floor of the ballroom. As his hands just keep tapping away at non-existent music. You see that the visage of the orc is still like in the center of the room and moving and everything. And the guests like all start to like turn and like move and laugh and with cadence, and the orc proceeds to point and turn to you specifically and go, you killed John, as he starts like walking forward and like pulling out like a cutlass from.
Not real.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I'm really good at that, I hope you know.
It's okay.
24.
24. Okay. What's your AC?
9.
9. All right. You the orc man like thrusts at you, and like he kind of misses, but he still catches like the side of like your cloth of your uniform. You can feel it go and cut it.
Does it actually draw blood, or is it just
you didn't be taking damage? It cuts your clothes.
So is there blood?
It cuts your clothes.
It cuts my clothes. I see.
It cuts your clothes. Like it physically cuts your clothes.
Damn it! I knew this was gonna happen. I told you this was going to happen before he fell asleep.
I figured I would get more sleep because it takes about 4 hours to get into a deep sleep, and he's here in 1. As I'm just tapping my foot.
Still tapping the air.
I'm going to bluff to the mirage.
Okay. But you have to tell me the bluff.
I'm gonna take out my dagger from my side holster. I'm gonna hold it up to Cecil's neck. I'm not gonna do anything to him, but I'm gonna hold it up to Cecil's neck. And I'm just gonna be like, if he dies, you don't exist.
Roll a intimidation?
Not so great at that. 14.
He doesn't really react to you putting the dagger up to his throat, and he just goes, "John dead. You killed John."
No, I didn't.
Roll initiative.
I'm just gonna leave Cecil alone. That was just a bluff to try to get it to stop.
Okay. 13. Yep.
I've saved my 3rd level spell slots.
Okay, but I need an initiative roll, darling.
Sorry. 13, 12.
Next up is Mr. Orc. He has plot armor. Joking.
I have no armor.
I know. His armor is literally plot armor.
Didn't forget to equip my armor, did I? I don't think so.
You're a wizard.
Yeah.
You don't really wear armor.
Yeah.
You can't have armor unless you're...
The 9 makes sense.
A specific kind, yeah. Anyway, what's your AC again?
9.
He's gonna hit you. You're gonna take 4 points of what feels like psychic damage.
That seems fair. 17. Okay.
Rolling.
We don't get paid enough to do this. Let's go. And I just get up and leave.
Let's get up and leave?
I get up and leave.
Okay. Give me a dex check.
18.
You struggle. But like the whole thing is that there's a crowd of people. There's still people at the ball as you kind of are weaving and dodging your way through it. Kind of, I'm just like you feel like you're just tangible people here.
Right.
That's the whole thing. You're trying to make your way through a crowd of like people are like, oh my god, and they're very concerned about like the scene that's happening. And give me another wisdom. There's gonna be a lot of these guys. Sorry. Saving throw.
My character is effectively useless. That's a 24.
Okay, take half. Take 2 points of psychic damage for them, like gasping, and they're making fun of you as they say, "Look at the coward! Oh, leaving your friend behind. Some cleric you are."
I'll be fine.
Leaving. Freya, you're up.
I'm gonna Misty step out of the cottage.
Okay.
I'm by the back door at this point. Like, I was blocking him from exiting the back door. That's what this whole thing started.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna look out the window that we never closed, and I'm gonna Misty step outside.
You don't know where the window is.
Oh, it's disappeared into the mirage.
Yes. You don't know where the window is.
But I know where the door is, because I was just there.
You have an idea.
I'm just gonna turn around, elbow the back of the door, and step backwards.
Okay. Just step back into the open?
Yeah, outside.
Okay.
Is there can I now see my surroundings? Or
Yeah, you're outside.
Alright, where is he at?
He's on the other side.
Of the house?
He decided to go that way. He decided instead of going the quickest way, he went the longest way.
Alright, I'm gonna move.
No, he's just going out the other door.
I'm gonna move to
Just
the
going
front, around the house to the front door and open it so he can see an exit.
You can move. That's it. Like you can't go all the way around the house. While you're moving.
How far is the house?
You're circling around the house.
No, I'm asking what's the perimeter of the house?
The perimeter of the house?
From back to front, what is the perimeter of the house?
The perimeter and the back to front of the house is different.
Okay, back to front.
The back to the...
How far is the walk to the front door?
Thank you! That's a better question. You're asking me 2 questions in 1 question with that. I was like, let me get my math out for the perimeter of the whole building.
What is the walk?
40 feet.
Thank you. I'm gonna Misty step to the front area.
You can't cast 2 spells.
I didn't cast a spell.
You Misty stepped out.
You told me I couldn't see outside, so
okay. I thought you busted it.
So I elbowed the door, walked out, and now I'm gonna Misty step.
Alright.
Yep, no, that works.
Okay.
And then I will take the 10 feet to open it for him.
See the door open, pretty much, kind of cutting almost like a hole through the visage.
Oh, okay. There's my exit.
Yeah. As you both are kind of like you're in the doorway now, and you're standing pretty much on the other side of the door. You feel that shaking again as you leave the party. You feel that rumbling and shaking. You hear that sound of the dragon that he was mimicking earlier.
If you can make it outside, I got this, but you have to make it outside.
Oh, I'll make it outside.
Okay.
As you just kind of see like a claw just come onto the roof and just looking down and like curl its neck and furl. If you see like a silver dragon just come down and furl its neck right in front of you. Freya.
Me?
Yes.
Outside?
Because it's on the roof.
Cool.
It's not encapsulated in the
Is
ballroom.
the anatomy correct?
You can't see it right now.
Is it attacking me?
It's just looking at you dead center kind of thing.
I'm like...
It's your turn now.
Hurry up.
I'm just gonna walk out.
You walk out, you see a silver dragon.
Is the anatomy correct?
Surprisingly, yeah.
Hmm.
You're not gonna check its... You only see like the front half of it technically. That's where it's at.
Okay.
As you just
Okay, I was like, Not real.
Alright.
Remember how I said you got the noise wrong? Noise is wrong.
Mm. Alright.
I'm just gonna...
Chloe, you're up.
Are you standing next to me?
Yeah.
She's gonna make a little wave of her hands and encompass just us. However, I need to put this 10 feet semi-sphere so that it's just us, and cast Lamal's tiny hut for 8 hours.
Monster.
That takes a second to make.
It does.
Yep. Oh shit,
takes
it
that-
does.
yeah.
In that case,
Cool. How long does it take?
Like 10
it's
minutes.
10 minutes.
Takes 10 minutes
Yeah.
to make.
It's fine. We'll survive 10 minutes with a dragon.
I thought it was Tasha's tiny hut.
No, it's Leon's.
It's
Oh.
Leomon's tiny hut.
Okay. That's fine. But, yeah, no, that takes 10 minutes to cast. You can sit there and cast it.
It's concentration, or do I, like,
No.
what is the...
It's a ritual cast. You can't.
You have
So
to
I can't
you
move?
just sit and you can't move.
You have to
can't
sit
be
there
attention.
and do
Yeah.
it. Yes. Using your casting focus. Which is just
10 minutes, which is 60 rounds.
That's a long time. Okay.
No, that's not a long time.
The dragon is
In your face.
right above us.
In your face. It's hanging on the roof, but its long neck is reaching down and it's in your face.
Adult or adolescent?
Adult.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just going to continue walking.
In that case, I'm gonna do a rope trick, which is touch for 1 hour.
That's an amazing one.
Yeah, so a rope comes down from the sky and just disappears into thin air, and I'm gonna climb up it, gesture for him to follow, and we're just gonna be in a pocket dimension for an hour.
Okay. You just see a rope just come down from the sky right in front of you.
I gesture for you to follow me.
Yeah, I'm just like... Yeah, I have no idea what part of this is a dream or not, but I'm gonna follow.
Now, while I'm in this room, can I cast Tiny Hut?
It takes a second to climb. You
But
have to
can I
climb
concentrate to cast it so that when this spell ends, the other one appears?
it. No. No. One or the other.
It
This is
also
instantaneous.
says you cannot cast spells while inside the
That's
hut.
really sad.
Yeah.
Well, we're in here for an hour.
You have to climb it.
Yeah.
He has to take his turn to climb it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So do you.
Doing that.
Okay.
What am I rolling?
You're both leaving its range of attack.
Okay. Don't know where initiative this dragon is.
Oh, he takes the place of the orc.
So he goes before all of us.
Correct.
So, at the end...
Chloe just
I
went.
we
cast,
haven't...
Chloe just went.
but I casted a spell. I haven't moved yet on my turn.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
gonna.
thought you were moving to climb.
Yes.
That's
So,
moving out of his range.
it's
You're going up.
into a place it can't attack me.
You have to climb it first.
Okay. All right.
It fell from the sky.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just.
How high do you have to climb up before you're in the dimension? You can't just grab onto it and summon
It
your
just
divinity.
says up to 60 feet.
It depends on how long the rope is.
It says up to 60 feet. I think I can choose how long the rope is.
No, you have to have a rope.
I have one.
You grab a rope, that rope becomes straight.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so 50 feet, my hemp rope.
Okay, so you have to climb 50 feet.
Yes.
Okay. Still leaving his range.
Yeah.
Was the point I was trying to make. It is only an illusion. 6.
I haven't left yet.
Oh, okay. 6.
6. Got it.
As it bites you, sort of. Part of you's not sure if it's real or not real and not. So it like bites you as you like phase through it and keep climbing.
And now...
Baylor. Now rolling.
No, it worked. Now it's dragon's turn.
It takes the orc can't.
The orc went first.
Yes.
She's last in initiative.
I know.
She left its range. It got an attack of opportunity.
I said the dragon takes place the orc.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So you want me to attack again?
We're just trying to be fair.
Okay. I understand. All right.
Okay.
Fair enough. Thank you. All right.
Did it miss? What?
What's yours?
Oh, mine? It's 12.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
You're fine.
Oh, it missed.
You missed. Barely. It like bit and then like it tried to slam its head to you, but like there was a moment where you like kind of closed your eyes and you were just like, and it just went right through you.
Do I notice that he closed his eyes and it went right through him?
No.
Am I able to make an intelligence check to put that together?
Sure.
Like, am I able to weaponize that? Okay, that's better. Finally, 22.
It seems like maybe if I can't see it, I can't believe. Seeing is believing.
Gotta grab the rope, close my eyes, and start going up the rope.
As it hits you.
Right.
You don't feel any damage.
I'm just gonna continue going.
And you both of you scoot up into the pocket dimension.
So closing your eyes.
And I'm gonna bring the rope up so it just looks like we disappeared into nothing.
Like a shelf in a dimension. Okay.
So we're up here for an hour.
You guys gonna chill up there the full hour?
Do the things dissipate or think we're gone?
You can't poke your head out. You either out or
No, it's like a glass room. I can see everything.
Oh.
Well,
Kind of. They just kind of. It's almost as if like they're paused. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're there. You can see the dragon and like it's kind of looking up in your direction, but it's not moving.
It's video game-esque where it's just like the enemy AI is like, oh, player's not here.
It's pause screen.
We need to figure out what we're gonna do because this only lasts for an hour.
Oh,
and
we'll just close our eyes when we descend.
Closing
Closing your eyes, nothing affects you.
Oh.
Which means closing your eyes.
In that case, I might have a solution.
I also might have thought of something because the other part of our senses is sound.
You first. What's your idea?
Well, if memory serves me right, it's only 2 minutes. Fuck. We can cast silence on ourselves.
I can't, but if you have that spell, that'd be cool.
Shit, I need to be able to cast. Never mind. We just need to earmuff ourselves and close our eyes, and then we can go to sleep.
For an hour. Oh, you're outside.
Outside.
Okay.
Because then nothing can attack us.
Mm-hmm.
And if it can't, yeah.
Okay.
I'll have to test that theory when we get out, but yeah. That's the
Alright.
idea.
Do I have anything to add as earmuffs? Let's see.
I'm gonna rip off my sweater sleeves and just like bound it around my head.
You just full blindfold earmuff.
Blindfold earmuff, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna rip a part of my like poncho thing off.
Okay.
Now the
Just gonna wait till the clock comes out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like put the thing is like now the important part is think about the spell. We need to drop the rope and descend it before the spell goes away.
Yeah.
Otherwise we just fall.
I guess 5 minutes beforehand I'll drop the
Do you have
Actually, no.
keeping device?
10 minutes beforehand, just in case I'm gonna drop the thing in.
Give me a survival check to see if you guys can accurately keep an hour.
says in the spells casting that the people will know when that spell goes away.
Okay, fair enough. Alright, well, 10 minutes before. Alright. You drop down.
Cool. And then I'm gonna do the whole close my eyes and I have like the stuff in my ears.
Okay. Oh. You can't see anything. Excuse me. You can't see anything, and barely hear anything if there is, and you just descend.
Hit the ground.
You feel the ground beneath your feet.
I'm gonna pause and wait a second. Does anything happen?
Same.
No. As far as you can tell, you're not sure if they're there, but you don't feel anything.
I'm gonna reach for him when he comes down the rope. When do I feel him?
He's probably right behind you.
Yeah, I'm like right behind you.
Alright, I'm gonna grab onto your arm and I'm just gonna like.
You feel someone grab you?
Be like gesture to sit, like pull, tug down a little bit.
Sit.
For the next 10 minutes, I'm going to concentrate and cast the hut spell.
Okay.
And then when it's up, I'm going to take off the blindfold and like tug on his.
Okay, how are you making the hut?
I'm just sitting and concentrating.
How is the hut?
Oh, well, just thinking back from when we went up the rope, I kind of know where we went up and where we would have been when we
I'm
came
asking
down.
what properties are you giving the hut?
Oh, no illusions or outside creatures or things can enter other than me and him.
Yep.
Okay. Is it clear? Is it just a hut? Like a brown hut?
We will make it the color of the dirt.
Lovely brown. Yeah. Okay. You feel like there's a covering now.
Yeah.
Over you. Like you feel like you're inside, but not inside at the same time.
Oh, you made it warmer in here.
You still feel the dirt beneath your feet, but you feel the hut above you. You feel like there's a roof over you.
I'm just gonna keep the blindfold in yours on. I have faith in your dome, but I'm just gonna pass out.
Yep.
Pass
Time
out.
for sleep.
Both of you gonna just go to sleep?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. You both get a full night's rest. And you are actually awoken to the sound of someone knocking outside the hut.
I'm just gonna poke my head out and just be like,
Can I?
"Hello."
So you can see, remember you can see inside out.
Can I
You can't.
change the color?
I know.
I'm just gonna change it to clear.
Once you selected it before, you can't change it.
That was
Yeah.
my question. Okay.
Okay.
Then I'm just gonna poke my head out.
Poke my head. I was like,
It's Cecil.
it's Cecil. It's like,
Morning!
now I know what it's like to be you.
What?
Pull my head back in. Poke my head back out. I was like,
I can see the hut.
I'm referring to the window when we first.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah, I'm making
Yes.
a reference.
So breakfast?
Yes.
Cool. Come inside.
Okay.
I'm gonna just dispel it.
Nice.
So fun fact.
Why didn't you want to sleep inside? There were some lovely floor mats.
Your
Besides
nightmares
the dirt.
came to life.
Yes.
My nightmares don't do that.
Yes, they do.
That'd be weird. I
Well,
didn't have any
no,
nightmares.
That's
Well-
what happened.
Your dreams still are active.
How? But I'm not dreaming. They're inside my head.
They
I'm
come
not
out.
visualizing.
They're not when you're sleeping.
Did you
Then what do I dream about?
a silver dragon, us, and a booger person, and that ballroom thing? Again,
Not all at once.
no, I'm
Not all at
summarizing.
once. Yeah, it's just part. Those are the parts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, usually you try to usually dream like the freshest things that are in your mind. Typically, sometimes how it goes.
I'm summarizing.
Yeah.
Fun tip for the people that you don't want to be affected by that, by the way. Cover your ears and close your eyes. Can't be affected by
Oh,
anything.
really?
Yeah.
Cool. What if
What's
I
that?
do it while I'm sleeping?
I don't know.
I don't know if that works for you. That's true. You were picked up by your own thing.
Yeah, I tried to carry you out of the house.
Because I believed.
Yes.
Well, I mean, like you said, when you're dreaming, you don't know if it's a dream
Oh, yeah, that's very
or a
true.
nightmare.
Right.
So when you're just kind of along for the ride. You just kind of go places. But breakfast?
Yes.
Sure.
What would you like? Stew?
Sure, I'll take some stew again.
Take some lovely stew.
Chili did this time.
Good. Tea?
Yes.
As you go. Tea.
Stew.
Now what were we talking about before I passed out? I
Uh,
have quite a faint memory.
you were trying to get we were talking about giving papers, and you were also playing bongos and passed out.
Oh, I bongoed out again.
You bongoed out.
Mm.
It's very disturbing that you have a thing or a phrase for that. And
Y'all don't bongo yourselves out?
No, I do not bongo myself.
Why don't you bongo yourselves out? You never worked at something so hard or like so frequently that you just passed out?
Oh yes, all the time. That's
Okay,
what
so
sketchbook
it's
is.
bongos for me.
It's bongos for you. Okay.
Bongos for me. Yeah. I could bury myself in my books, but I don't get anything out of it.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
I'm just like it's always happening.
this was a nice icebreaker for us. Now, about those papers.
Oh, yeah. Let's see if I can remember them. Yeah, okay. As he like turns around, and he's like, "Yeah, all right." As he pulls up another one of the floor panels, and he pulls out an obscenely like long-looking scroll that's just rolled up. And he's like, "Oh, I need this." As he kind of like he almost like an extending pole, just like an antenna, just shoves it, but like it just disappears into his pocket. And he's like, "Ready."
You're a very interesting man.
Aren't we all?
Ready for what?
He's coming with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Why can't I come with? I need to come with.
Okay, here's the deal. We were on the way here, and we got attacked by a guy
Mm-hmm.
who might have died.
No, he's fine.
You fucking what?
Well, he's fine. I saw him walk on the road.
We need to return to the wagon. I'm about to have an existential.
I mean, nothing in there was
crisis.
technically ours to begin with, so I'm
Yeah, you
not
stole
really,
that wagon.
I'm not
Yeah,
truly
yeah.
worried about it.
Poor horsey. He's been tied up all night. You could have brought him with you.
We just didn't want to have that conversation, to be honest.
What? They have a horse?
No, that we had a dead body in the back of the cart.
But he wasn't dead.
Well, we didn't know that.
Well, now he is.
Gonna look for something shiny and look at my own reflection. I'm like doing everything to make sure I'm real. Because I'm like, wait a minute.
As he, do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
He kind of leans in real closely. That's always the question, isn't it? Let's go.
Cool.
This story isn't over just yet. As he kind of reaches out, grabs a top hat, puts it on, starts walking down the road. Starts walking the pathway towards the road. I didn't bring any stew with me, so come on.
Start walking. Head down. We're not real.
Aren't we all not? We're only real because we believe we're real. As he turns, and it's just like, for example, we never know for sure until it's out of view. As he kind of gestures as he starts walking, and you both kind of turn to where he's gesturing, and you see the house. And as you kind of cross a visage of a tree line, the house is just gone. And then you do that thing where like you step back and you like lean it the other way, and the house is there again.
Interesting.
It just like has like a cutoff just from this like one tree right here.
Interesting.
Back to the carriage.
To the carriage? Might not still be there.
You're right. We might have to walk back. That's fine.
That's fair. It's not a much longer ride then. I don't know about that. That doesn't sound like fun. I don't like walking, but adventuring can be fun.
Can you summon a horse and we pretend it's real?
Could. That'd be fun. But the moment that you like doubt that he's real, or sometimes the horse doesn't think he's real.
If I keep my eyes open, I think I can pretend that it's real.
So wait, what happens if something doesn't think it's real?
See, so the only reason that the books things works is because the author or the person that wrote it knows it's real or knows it's thing or like had this visage of everything about them. I told you I'm not good at creating things like by myself. So I'd have to find in a book a good horse. And then I bring him and then we can use him. But if I just like think of a horse.
Do you know what our horse looked like?
No.
Our horse?
No.
Can you draw our horse?
That might work.
I could draw our horse. I'm gonna draw the horse and like make that real, and
Draw
then I'm
it
gonna just
4
think to myself,
times.
I'm not real.
You're doubting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at the horse. He just give me a performance check to draw that horse from memory.
No, 20.
That is that Cox? No, it's not Cox. Okay. Performance check.
With advantage because you like drawing, because you like to draw. I'll give you that. All right. You draw a lot.
Good rough draft. 16.
16?
Yeah.
You kind of like traced it and then drew over it. You're like, you're not sure anymore. It's just like, but it'll do. And he's like, as he just stares at it, he's like, this is much harder than it normally is. I don't like to do this. As you just start to see like almost like an old Looney Tunes cartoon where a pencil almost comes out of nowhere and just starts, but like you don't see the pencil, just starts drawing a horse and just fills it in.
Understood.
But you're still good at drawing horses. Keep at it. As he kind of gets on the horse.
Like
I can't think of two. I'm not going to think of more horses. This horse already has a crisis in whether or not it's real. And he starts to slowly sink through the horse. He's like, believe! Okay, I'm good.
How would
Guess
it
we'll
know?
walk
It's
beside
never
the
seen
horse.
another horse before. As far as it's concerned, that's what horses all look like.
It doesn't have to believe it's a horse, it has to believe it exists.
Mm.
We're not real. But it can be real.
no, I'm just internalizing that.
But what you made was real. He pats the horse. Because you believe in it.
I'm doing my hardest just to pop out of existence. I'm Schrodinger's catting this. I am not perceived, therefore I do not exist.
But shall we go?
Do we all have... Or did you draw
No,
4?
you drew one horse.
We're walking-
You drew a copy of the horse, your horse that you had before.
Can you make 2 more of those?
No,
He said no.
Darn.
I lose one. Maybe, I don't know. I'll try.
Just gonna walk.
As he starts moving down, he goes like, "Well, the carriage is still here."
Is the horse.
No,
Well,
the horse is gone,
Interesting.
No, bandits. There's nothing in the wagon, is there?
empty.
Yeah, bandits stole it.
That's fine. I'm gonna...
Detect magic.
Detect magic. Detect nothing.
Cool. There's not
Just a
trapped.
ho- just
it's
a
not
carrot.
trapped. I'm fucking fine.
It's just a carriage
Hook the fucking carriage up to the
Question.
horse.
to the fake horse, to the drawn horse, the literal drawn horse.
If I cast locate object to locate the old man's staff, is it within 1,000 feet of us, and in which direction is it?
Is it within 1,000 feet? And if so, what direction? Yes. And it is into the woods, just a completely different way.
Is it in motion?
Yeah, interesting.
No,
How many feet did you say it was away?
I didn't.
Oh.
About 100.
No, that's not that far.
We could go
But it's
grab...
not like 5 feet right next to you.
There's a possibility we could go retrieve our horse. It's like maybe 100 feet in that direction, and she just points.
We have another horse. As he kind of turns it back around.
Maybe.
Are we getting another horse? Are we getting the horse?
Maybe.
I like horses.
I don't know. I know that the staff that was in there is that way, but
Horses
I
are very
can't
interesting
locate a horse. It's not an object.
You learn more about equestrian.
Yeah, I'm just gonna you point that direction. I'm gonna go walk and look for whatever horse.
Great. We're gonna go see if it's over there.
Okay. You perception checks. Survival check. Actually, you're both going? You said
Yes.
both give me survival checks.
Survival.
Well, no, just perception. Sorry, you already have your directions where you're going. So
21.
perception. Dirty.
20. Yeah, dirty.
Cool. Was it?
21.
Cool. You both look out and you see that there. As you kind of look out, you see the horse again. He's just standing there. He's just munching on some foliage and some grass. And then next to the horse, you see the old man again. Except this time, you're pretty sure he's actually dead because he is literally severed in half, and you see the shillelagh just laying next to him with his hand.
In half.
He is clear in half. And then there's a moment where you're because Cecil is falling behind, and he's like, "Oh, guess he believed in the dragon." That's why I remember seeing the old man. I didn't think I actually killed an old man. I thought that was part of one of the stories. Well, why don't you get that horse? He doesn't need it. As he turns
We didn't
and
kill
starts
anyone.
going in a direction.
Not our problem anymore. She just grabs the horse's reins and walks it back to the caravan.
All right. Well, we have a riding horse.
Dreams are a powerful thing.
And we make our way back to town with the horse and the carriage.
Yep.
You make your way.
Do I need to use my manual again?
Cecil helps you.
Cecil helps me.
Cecil helps you.
I'm gonna write down his notes.
As you kind of trot past, he just tries to make small talk. He's trying to help you and kind of thing with writing. It's like, so, has the Citadel changed at all or anything?
Changed in what way?
I don't know. Has it?
I'm going to describe to him in my best recollection of what the Citadel's like now.
Oh, okay. So, not much. That's fine. Everything's boring. I can perfectly visualize it, as I normally have. Every single stone I counted, because sitting in that hall, reading day after day. As you can kind of see, a bit of sadness kind of start to sway over John, as John just sits there and is like,
If you miss it, why don't you just come back?
I don't miss it.
Then why are you sad?
Well, because my friend died.
The reason
I'm sorry.
As he just sits there, he was the only one who actually liked to read stories.
Huh.
He was a sour man sometimes, but he was my friend. He still enjoyed stories because he still felt there was an importance to creating and making stories that might not be real or factual, but they have meaning. His life is messy, as he trots forward, trying to make sense of it all, kind of.
In the end, stories that you told together are probably the best memories you're going to have.
Yeah. I prefer the ones that we created.
Yeah.
And the work that we did.
There you go.
But
no one can take
both of
that.
you can make your own stories too. You can draw yours. And I'm sure you got plenty of yours to figure out too. But the best stories are things that you can't tell to other people, I feel. Ones that you share with only them. Because, well, I call those rarities. Rarer than precious gems in my eyes. As he takes out the old scroll that you like the scroll, and he unfurls it, and you both kind of give a glance over and what the fuck is this text, kind of thing, and you just see that there's no words in it. it's not even a religious scroll. It's just pictures. It's like a little moving drawing and pictures of his times and stuff he had with John. As you can see, these are things I can't replicate, but it doesn't mean that they're not important. As he back, it may be a ceremony, but remember, it's also a funeral for a friend. As he kind of like trots ahead. As you can see him, he's barely catch a glimpse of him, just starting to get teared up and swell.
I'm gonna pat his back and just be like, no, this will be a chance to say goodbye when you couldn't.
Yeah, but
Really sorry.
it's all right. Stories have to end sometime, and that's our job, is to make sure that those stories aren't forgotten, right? I think that's why I left, is that I was tired of stories ending and being okay with it. As you kind of walk in silence for a while, eventually you make it back to the church, the citadel, with no further obstructions. And as kind of the following day, the ceremony is held, and when he goes up, it was Cecil's turn to go up and give the vow, because you can see like the congregation of individuals. They're all holding like they're actually holding like similar scrolls to what he was carrying and had like the scrapbook that he made kind of in it. But Cecil doesn't go up with one in his hands. He actually goes up, and when it was his turn to speak the proper passages from the thing, he takes off his holy robes, and you can see that he is like tattooed with all a bunch of words and insignias and patterns, and he doesn't even like look at his arms or legs or anything. He just reads it out loud, and is he's just, and like the entire time, the visages and stuff that are behind him are just what he's seen, and like there's like the visages kind of creep in, similar to what he was dreaming and showing you before, except this time they're from his point of view, and you just see John. You proceed to see a living John, the member that you've seen walking around just talking and smiling and laughing, and just these visages as he's just reciting these words that don't exactly match what is happening behind him, but you can feel the emotion and power between every word that he speaks, as tears start rolling down, and there's just, and once he finishes, the visages kind of dissipate, and he just goes back to sitting down as he throws back on his robes. And you were asked if you would like to, after being cordially thanked, everything for retrieving and telling Cecil about what happened and bringing him here, you were also asked by the other higher ups if you would like to escort him back home.
Fuck no.
Would it just be like you do that, you come back, or would we actually be escorting him home? Because I do want to just say that it is the 3-hour mark.
You're just escorting him home. It's just purely, it has nothing to do with story. It has nothing to do with, like, this is just him saying, there's no story.
Because, like, yes, Freya would escort
it's just,
him back.
yes, would you guys like to take him back? That's it. Okay. And that is where we shall call this little one-shot special. Yay.